Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because of that, you guys, well, this just wouldn't work. You know, it's amazing. You give me a picture of something, I can build anything. I can build a house from the ground up. But damn if I don't have the hardest time figuring out how to put together these flipping boxes. Okay, there we go. We got it. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye. Make sure, Dallas Cowboy News, that you take good care of this and make sure you give it a good home. So shout out to him. I'm getting this packed up so we can get it shipped out. And this is actually kind of cool. It's hard, of course, letting go of some of these mementos. A lot of these things do mean a lot to me. But what's the point of life if you can't share with others? Speaking of sharing, at least Jerry Jones was charitable enough when he fired some people not to fire them by themselves. Don't want them going out in the streets alone. Let's have security and take two guys out the building. Jerry Jones has let go of Wade Wilson, our quarterback's coach, and Joe Baker, our secondary coach. Two places that definitely did not live up to expectations, and some of it, I will dare say, is youth. We had a lot of young guys that were out there in the secondary who really couldn't play until later on in the season. So you kind of look at that and say, okay, they played better as it went on. But on the flip side, you looked at a guy like Anthony Brown, who was fantastic last year as a rookie, who completely regressed this year. Came on a little bit better towards the end of the season, but you have to wonder, what the heck happened? And furthermore, you have to look at the guys that we had. This is what drives me crazier than anything else. Guys that we have that we can't get to bust a grape. They just look lost or just average. But then they leave and they go someplace else and they play well. We gave up on Pac-Man Jones because Pac-Man Jones did have a lot of off-the-field issues, you know. But Jerry Jones was working on keeping guys around him to keep him out of trouble. But yet, we still let him go. And how many years has he been playing in Cincinnati and playing rather well? You look at Terrence Newman, another guy who we couldn't keep healthy and keep him on the field and was getting burned that hell. He should have been a burn ointment commercial. Yet, he is in the playoffs this year with his old age with the Minnesota Vikings. You'll get the glass man, Morris Claiborne, who could never stay healthy, had a few flashes, but is playing not bad. And Brandon Carwreck, at least he was a car wreck here, he must have gotten Mako when he went to Baltimore because he's got all kinds of interceptions this year. So when you kind of look at that, you say, okay, was it the players or was it the coaches? Now, for me, I'm ready to kind of clean the slate and move on with everybody, but Jerry doesn't believe in that. Jerry's going to have a few sacrificial lambs. Now, as far as Wade Wilson goes, well, I am not a fan of what we've done with quarterbacks in general in the tenure of Jason Garrett. Sean Payton was the guy who brought Tony Romo up to speed. Sean Payton was the guy who got Tony Romo there. And, of course, Tony Romo's sitting behind like Drew Bledsoe. But in the Jason Garrett era, what has Jason Garrett and his staff done as far as quarterbacks go? You can't say that the Cowboys have developed any quarterback of their own during Jason Garrett's time here. You know, we didn't exactly have the cream of the crop, with Brandon Whedon and Matt Castle, but, Matt Castle was a guy who at least was a serviceable quarterback, but we couldn't do much with him. We had Brandon Wheaton in our system for a year and a half. And when he finally got an opportunity, he couldn't win a single game for us. But yet, he went on to the Texans, and within a week and a half of practicing with them, came in relief, won a game, and then the following week won another game. So maybe, Wade Wilson is not teaching a whole lot as far as the quarterback position goes. I look at Dak Prescott truly regressed, and I can't say that I've seen a lot of good work. So maybe this will be the start of something better. It'll be interesting to see who they bring in, because I think you truly do need a quarterback guru. I believe the Cowboys let down Dak Prescott. I believe they missed a curve right there, an opportunity to make him better. Instead, he's fallen back. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But again, the Cowboys have fired 2 coaches, Wade Wilson and Joe Baker, the secondary coach and quarterback coach. We'll see if there's any other heads that are going to roll. And Dallas Cowboy News, I hope I got that right, because I'm a name butcher. Your Charles Haley autographed Joe Boo jersey is packed, if I can never get the box closed, packed up, safe and secure. Next week's drawing, I got a nice case for this. Joe Boo's Black Sheep. And if there was ever a person that fit better than, it's Bill Bates. Because Bill Bates, everybody thought, not too much of this guy. But Bill Bates was the real deal. So for our drawing, and if anybody wants to get in on the drawing, if you do any super chats during our live stream, or if you go to my website, cowboyjoeboo.com, or even at the top of the YouTube channel, there's a blue P or a donation button on the website. Any donations to help upgrade the studio here will enter you into our weekly drawing that we do on our live streams on Monday nights. So, and once you enter, you're in the drawing until you finally win something. So we're going to be doing that weekly. And I've got, as my wife puts it, a lot of stuff down here, and I need to get rid of a little bit of it. So, I'm going to try and share the wealth a little bit. So as always, friends, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. And we'll be bringing you any of the news on our Dallas Cowboys. See you soon.